So today's video is a quick introduction to pivot tables. Pivot tables are very complicated and can be very useful, but today we're just going to do a quick introduction on how to create them and how to use some of the basic features in them. So let's start with, we've got a huge data set here. So this is 31,000 rows of data. It's all data about cities in the US. So what we're going to do is we're just going to highlight the entire thing just to make sure we get it. And we're going to go to Insert and then Pivot Table. And we're going to put this on a new sheet. So you've got different options here. If you want to put it on a new sheet, you can see here the entire table is being selected because it's just the columns A to P. So you could define this and just say I want A1 to P, 500 if you just want the first 500 rows. But we're just going to do a new sheet. And we're going to do the whole thing. So here on the left, on the right, you've got a list of the pivot fields and some different options. So let's just start with some basic stuff. So you can click on the little checkbox here if you want. I usually like to drag these down because I like them in certain places. And you'll see that in a second. So I've got cities. So here's a city. So you can see it kind of summarizes cities. And gave you just the list of cities. So there's 20,000 cities there in this data set. Let's click back in here. And then I want to do the values of this. And this gives us a count of each city. So this tells you how many times each city appeared in that data list. So that can be really useful if I say the county name and I want to see the count of each one. So I've got 7 cities in this county, 10 cities in this county, etc. You can also do different things. So, again, I've got state and the count of each state. But let's do something with a sum, which is a lot of times when this is used. So let's take a look at each city, or actually let's go with each state. Each state and then the population. So I'm going to drag the population down to values. Now this defaulted and kind of new because it was a number field that I'm going to want the sum. So this is a sum of each county in that data set. So instead of trying to do that yourself, trying to do like sum if, something like that, this simply takes all the data, in this case for each county, and then sums up the population therein. I can also do other things. So let's remove this and let's go to, this might be a lot of data. Let's go by state. And I want to do each state in each column. And then I want to do, again, the population sum. So this kind of tells me that this city, if I can get the right city, or actually county, sorry. This county is in Colorado. And then this is the total of that. So I've got the state across the top, I've got the county going down, and then I've got the piece of data that relates to that. So California for the state, and there's the population. You can also use things like max. So let's go to, let's go with state and then latitude. And we want to do, not the sum of latitude because that really isn't useful. So this little drop down, if I click there and I go to value field settings and I go to max, this will show me the max value of each latitude. So this is the highest value latitude of there. You could also do this with, like, say, population. So let's remove that one and let's do max. So if we do max, this gives me in each state the city that had the most or the largest city. Now, if I add city into here, it's going to kind of explode the data, so we won't do this. But again, just a simple way to kind of look at the data. So there's a lot of things that you can use pivot tables for. Again, this was just a simple one, just showing you some rows and columns of values. We didn't go into filters. We didn't go into other things that you can do within here. But pivot tables can be really useful. You can create a lot of this data yourself doing different methods, like I said, sum ifs and count ifs. But this does it for you a lot quicker. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Please also share. Please go ahead and check all my other videos on my page. Have a great day.